very long time, and I thought of myself when I lived in Nashua as an independent. When I became a property owner and I started to understand taxation, I became much more interested in what was going on, because when I was renting a clock tower downtown, I didn't understand how much of my rent was going to property taxes, and I learned something interesting, and that is that many people don't understand how much it costs to live in New Hampshire, because there's indirect cost in taxation. When I became aware of this, I decided I was going to run for office, and I ran for selectman in Litchfield, and I learned a lot. And I started to learn about how things work and where the money flows and how we can get people to engage. Now, I had to decide after I became a selectman. I spent years thinking I was a Democrat. My dad and I always argued on a couple things, and I'm like, you know what, I want the government out of your lives. George Bush, he said, well, you know, no habeas corpus. And I said, well, that makes me a Democrat, because I don't agree with him. I care about the Constitution. What I learned over the years, when I realized on all these issues I'm a Republican, is that there are people who think they're Democrats who are Republicans. There are people who think they're Republicans who are Democrats. And what we haven't done very well is brand identify who actually agrees with us on the issues, and whether or not we can all come together under America's core values, which are limited government, having less people tell you what to do and how to do it. The night I became a Republican, somebody handed me a book, which I would encourage you to give to all of your friends, and it was The Heart of a Conservative by Barry Goldwater. And it was when I read that I realized that I really wasn't the Democrat that I thought I was, and that being conservative actually meant something that I could relate to. I just didn't know the terms and the definitions. It's our opportunity to take the next couple of years and teach people that limited government, limited intervention in your life means that we can have a better America. And we need to go out and convince them that this idea that we can force them to buy health insurance, we can tell them how they're going to live, or militarize their local police, is really the government they got because they weren't paying attention to the government they wanted out of their lives. I look forward to sharing that with all of the people who are going to be around the state of New Hampshire over the next couple of years. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your dinner, and enjoy sharing in Mr. West's presentation, which I was excited about hearing too.